Good morning, guys. Thank you for joining me on Sisters Trust. You don't see me, but you see my cartoon me, because I'm in the kitchen finishing up my turkey for this holiday season. I got some little afterthoughts because I only got a little bit of time to actually put my turkey in the oven. So I'm going to show y'all what it looks like. So the white is, I went back and opened my bag and I dusted it so that when I decided to use a cooking bag so that my turkey could be nice and juicy. And that's why it's got like a little bit of dust, because I wish I would have got the bag and dusted it before I put the turkey in, but I did not. And that's okay. I went back and made, these are afterthoughts. I got like a 16-ounce cup size, and I did a fourth with some liquid broth, and the rest was water. And I went back and I poured it in so I could have some liquid in my turkey as it cooked, because I'm gonna let it cook for like maybe 3 hours or 3.5 hours. That's why I'm talking so fast, because they're gonna be here at 12 o'clock. And so I got in there celery and onions I chopped up, and bell pepper, big chunks underneath it, inside of it. And then I made a homemade stuffing. If you guys can see that. Let's see. I like to use that seasoning stuffing from the store, but also make your own homemade, which I use when you're making homemade cornbread. It's like 2 cups of meal, 1 cup of flour, 2 cups of milk, which I think I'm gonna add a little bit more because I want it to rise a little higher. You use a little bit of salt in that, and like a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon and a half. You can put your baking powder. I hope I'm not leaving out nothing. And then I also like to cook 1 pan of Jiffy cornbread just to give it a little bit of that sweet to it. I probably have plenty of stuff. And then a pack of the regular cubes of that seasoning bread, like you buy at the store. And that's how it looks before it's cooked. Okay, so right now, in an afterthought, I already had like put butter and everything. I lifted up the skin of my turkey and I stuffed it. I stuffed it with butter and all those other ingredients that I said. Now, just now as an afterthought, just before I started filming this again, I went through and I put a little bit of olive oil on top. And I went ahead and made a little batch of extra seasoning. Now, if you're scared to season your turkey, it ain't gonna have no taste. But what I did this time was I had actually made 2 batches of seasoning, and one was too spicy. I love hot stuff, but I had that cayenne pepper and it kicked it. So this time I put some black pepper, a little bit of onion powder, some garlic and herb seasoning. I used a little bit of paprika, a hint of salt, because all the other stuff has salt. And then I put in that seasoning, which I had made too much of. And actually, I'm glad I'm telling you, because I almost used the wrong one. It's this one. It's the lighter color one. And the one I was just showing you was the one that I'm not going to use because it's really hot and spicy. I'm glad I looked over, and it's the light one. And so then I got a little bit of pinch of that spicy one. Actually, I'm going to put another pinch in. And shake it around, and I tasted it, and if your taste buds say, hey, that's too much, if you don't like the seasoning before it's cooked, it ain't gonna, like it probably after it's cooked. So now, just really quick, I'm just gonna, I already put my oils in. I put some butter inside underneath the turkey and everything, and now I'm just gonna get my seasoning, go back across it like so. It's gonna cook down with the liquid, the seasoning in it, the turkey. Put some more towards that back, because that's where it's going to go down into the pot with my liquid. That's probably enough. because I can't really go back. Well, let me see. Go back and get these legs again a little bit. Because usually when I eat the turkey, I like the drumsticks. I like dark meats. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And I can see over there. I can let's see. I'm learning how to do this a little bit. If it cuts off, guys, it's just gonna be cut off. Put some seasoning over there on them little turkey legs. Like I said, that liquid gonna be cutting up. And probably an hour before it's done, I'm gonna open it up. And this year, I bought me a little basin, you know, little thing. I'm gonna get the little liquid. I'm gonna be squirting it. Also, when I did my turkey, I got a knife and I just stabbed it. I shouldn't say stab. I stabbed it. I just went through and made holes through it. So that way when it cooks, it's got all the opportunity to get the juices all the way through. Look how nice and seasoned that is. All right, guys, that's it. And I did my beans. I decided to do my beans in my crock pot. So I seasoned them and everything. And they done came out so nice. And so before my company and guests will come, about 30 minutes before that, I'm going to cut those beans on again. We did our homemade dressing, and we did finish these pies last night. My mom was here, got the pies done, so I'm looking forward to having my first Thanksgiving with my family here at my house, because my mom's house, you know, during the hurricane, the house was like a foot of water all the way through the house. So it's my turn to have the family over. All right, guys, have a great Thanksgiving, and I will be back to show you when it's done. Thank you for joining me on A Sister's Trust.